Hey guys, and welcome to the Aviation 100 channel. Thanks for tuning in today. This is the first episode of the brand new series that I'll be featuring, which will be the Pmdg 737 NGX tutorial series. And the first tutorial, episode 1 today, is how to start this aircraft from the state of cold and dark. So first of all, when you enter the flight, it will not appear in cold and dark. So to do this, what you need to do is go to the FMC right here, and then at the first page it'll say Pmdg setup. Click that, and then the second down on the right it'll say panel state load. Click that, and then the first one it'll say NGX cold and dark. So you click that and then execute, which is right here where my mouse is. Loading panel state. As you can see, there's a couple of alarms going off, and you can see that it's in the state of cold and dark. I recommend you wait until the countdown has finished, so all the systems have been turned to the state of cold and dark. Now we're in the state of cold and dark in this Pmdg 737 NGX. First of all, you want to get power in the cockpit, and in this tutorial I'll be using the 2D default panels. It's not default, the 2D panels that come with this aircraft, just so you guys can see what I'm doing much better. So first of all, you want to do is come up here and turn the battery power on, the standby power on, ground power on, arm the emergency lights, and now that's done, you want to come down here, test the fire. And that's done. That fire is tested. Now what I want to do is go back up to the overhead panel and start the APU, which is the APU here. Click on and then start, and then it'll go back to on. Now we just have to wait till the APU starts by the gauge here where my mouse is. When this arrow goes up, it'll go up to about 5 to 8, and then it'll start drop again. It'll take a while for the APU. Now, as you can see now that the APU is powering the cockpit, I can see it did go up to about 8 and then it dropped down again. Now you can turn on the APU boss, which the APU generates APU. You turn them on. Now you want to open your Shift 7 panel, which is your IRSs up here. So your IRS to the nav selector, which is up here. And now that is configured, the overhead panel is now configured. Now I'm going to go to the FMC, which is here. Position analyzation. Put in your reference airport, which today will be CCRR. Put that in here to reference airport. Gate is not necessary, just copy the codes into here by clicking here and then posting it back into the codes here. Now you can see the screens are all aligned now because the IRS is aligned with the cockpit. Next thing, you go to the route. Origin, you put in the airport that you put in for the reference airport, which is already put in. Destination, you can put your destination airport in today. Mine will be CGX, which is Tenerife North. Put that in there, and the runway that I'll be taking off from will be 03. Type that in and put that into there. Flight number, you can put one in if you want, not necessary, depends what your settings you got in FSX. Now for the next page is the route, and then all the buttons here. You want the second one down and the third to the right. It's your departure and approach settings. You want to click the departure and select your departure that you want. Today we'll be using the Iraq 2M. Select that for the departure for runway 3. Now that's activated, you want to go back to the route. As you can see, it has been put into the route. Now as you go in, you can put your different waypoints in using the FMC. I'm not going to do that today for this tutorial. You can just type in here for your FMC and then it will come up. Click Activate. Once you've activated all your route, you go to the execute button. Then you go, the next page you have to go is perf initialization. And if you just click the 0 fuel weight, you can click that here, and then you'll see, double click that, and you see all these numbers come up. The reserve cost index, you can just put in any number. 5 is a good number because it is also for FSX. The cruising altitude, I'll just put in 10,000 feet for this short flight. Put that up there. Now you want to go to your N1 limits. Because we're on a light fuel and it is a light load, you want to take off 2, which only gives us 22k of thrust out of the 26k this aircraft can do. Click that and activate. Now I want to go to takeoff, which is the next page. Normal flaps for 737 on takeoff is 5 notches of flaps, so you put 5 and put it into the flaps. As you can see, you can just click where the V1 says, click that, V rotate and V2, and all the V speeds are now put in. Now that the FMC is now set up for the cold and dark state, you want to go down to the main panel here again. Set up here where just select the terrain mode on, and set your distance. Of course it's not necessarily exactly for now. Set your course, which is the runway heading, which is 3 in this case it's 3033. On the auto throttles, put the flight directors on for the pilot, which is me, and also the co-pilot. Set your speed, which is your V2 speed. If you come down here, that's the FMC. See here, my V2 speed is 155 knots. And you add 5 knots onto that, which is 160 knots. So you put that into here, 160 knots. Like that. Altitude is 10,000 feet, which that's already in. You're not on the LNAV. Come back down here and zoom in a bit for you guys. Reset the fuel indicators. Put your brakes to RTO, which is for takeoff, rejected takeoff brakes. Set your flaps, and all your thrust levers are all on 0% or 0 degrees. And that's pretty much the cold and dark state that you've now set up. And that's pretty much the tutorial done. And for the next tutorial, which will be the engine start, taxi, and then just until takeoff, which is just how this has just ended. So that'll be up next Sunday, and I would like to thank you for watching this first episode of this Pmdg 737 NGX tutorial series. I hope you enjoyed it. Any problems, leave a comment below, or if you have any suggestions for a tutorial for the future, leave a comment below. I'd like to thank you again for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.